Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the new parental controls on Roblox. Whether you're a parent or a player, these updates have probably affected your gaming experience. I'm going to break down what's new, what works, and what might be a little over the top. Let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about privacy and safety. Roblox now lets parents control who can send friend requests and who can message their kids. This is a big win for parents who want to make sure their kids aren't interacting with random strangers. The ability to limit who can contact your child helps provide an extra layer of protection. Plus, there's also an improvement in the overall privacy settings, so parents have more control over what information can be shared and what can't. While these settings are great for younger players, it can be a bit much for older kids who might feel restricted from connecting with their friends freely. Next, let's get into screen time limits. Roblox now allows parents to set how much time their kids can play each day or week. For younger kids, this is great because it helps balance screen time with other activities. But for more older kids like 11 or 12-year-olds, they are going to feel this one the most. Roblox has pretty strict limits for kids under 13, and it can be really frustrating when your game session gets cut off. It kind of feels unfair if you're ready for more playtime, but the system just shuts you down. Roblox says it's for your own good, but still, if you're an older kid, you might think it's a bit much. Lots of people hate on the new parental controls, and some call it the worst update on Roblox. Now, let's talk about content control. Roblox lets parents restrict which games their kids can play based on age ratings. This is a good way to make sure younger kids aren't exposed to inappropriate content, but it's not all perfect. Some of the coolest games can get blocked, like Murder Mystery or Dadhood, so while you're keeping your kids safe, you might also be taking away some fun and creative experiences. It's all about balance, but sometimes it feels like Roblox goes a little overboard. Here's the catch. Though setting up these controls is not the easiest thing to do, it's buried in menus, and if you're not tech savvy, it can be hard to figure out. Parents want to protect their kids, but they have to dig through a bunch of settings just to make sure everything is in place. Roblox could really make the process simpler. Another issue is social restrictions. Roblox is all about connecting with friends, chatting, and joining groups. But when you turn off chat or block friend requests, it takes away from the whole experience. Roblox is a social game, and kids especially want to interact with their friends. If you're going too hard on the restrictions, it just feels like a solo experience. For kids under 13, this can be super frustrating. Roblox is about meeting new people, and if that's blocked, it's not nearly as fun. Then there are the chat filters. Roblox's filters are supposed to keep things safe, but sometimes they block harmless words, or kids find ways around them anyway. It's better than nothing, but it's not foolproof. While they're helpful, it's not a 100% fix. So even with the filters in place, there are still ways for inappropriate things to slip through. And here's the last thing: not all parents are using these controls. Even though Roblox has added all these new features, many parents don't know how to use them or simply don't bother. If parents aren't setting these controls up, kids could still be exposed to random people online or inappropriate content. So while the tools are there, they're not always being used to their full potential. So what do I think about these new controls? Well, there are definitely some good and bad sides. On the plus side, the privacy settings and screen time limits are a big win for younger kids and their safety. The filters and content restrictions can keep kids safe from inappropriate stuff, and I do think that's really important. But on the bad side, it can be really limiting for players under 13, especially with the strict screen time limits. It feels unfair sometimes when a game session gets cut off, and the content controls can block some great games. Also, setting up everything is a pain, and social restrictions can take away from the social side of Roblox. which is what makes the game fun. I think these changes will definitely affect how Roblox is played, especially for kids under 13. While it'll make the platform safer, it might also make it feel a little more restricted. Roblox will need to find a balance between safety and freedom, or kids might just end up frustrated. Alright, that's it for today's video. What do you guys think about the new Roblox controls? Are they too strict, or are they helping keep kids safe? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.